Hello, hello. I hope you are having a beautiful day or a beautiful night, whatever you are in the side of the world. In my side of the world, this is lunchtime, and today is gonna be a free service. Today is not going to be done on Saturday because I have something personal to do this Saturday, but I have decided to do it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And Friday at the same time, I'm going to post the video for the Facebook supporters in their group. So if you are a supporter on Facebook and you have something that you want me to talk about, please feel free to contact me so I see what I can do. But so far, I was going to talk, my idea it was to talk about timelines. What are timelines? What are dimensions? And how it is that we can jump into a different timeline and how that can be something that will benefit us if we would understand the technology. Thank you so much for being here. Please stop your questions. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. But today I wanted to talk about patience because it's something that I haven't seen. Meanwhile, you guys know that I'm alive and let me know that the sound is good. Patience is something that I wrote a little bit on my blog today. It's something that is a hard skill to master. And I know this because it's something that I struggle myself. Sometimes I have to be honest. And I wanted to share while you guys pose your questions what represents for me. Give me a second. Let me see if I can see your questions. And hmm. I think we are okay. Good morning. Please let me know how you guys are feeling. For me, I was a little bit moody yesterday, and it is because sometimes I am impatient. I still cannot see your questions, so I'm gonna wait a little bit so those pop up into my field. I am a Virgo and I have a lot of energy. I'm always doing, 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 doing. I am a little bit child of myself. Uh, and I always have things to do. If I don't have, I will create them. It's part of me. And at the same time, I am a mermaid, so mermaids, beings that are aligned with water, they are always moving and moving and moving. It is a way that I have to find new balance, new synergy, and new harmony. But sometimes when you do, you don't allow yourself to catch up with the flow, to notice where you are going and what do you have to do. So I have to force myself to take some time in solitude that I love to stop and to notice if whatever I'm moving is the right direction or I can change. So this is something that happens to me and something that I am been learning to do. Yes, and I love it. This is kind of like the way how my divine masculine holds the energy. I'm a doer, I'm a giver. I love it. I love to organize, to structure things, to change. It's part of my personality. But sometimes you have to let the energy to flow as it's meant to be, and sometimes the energy doesn't need to have direction. And this is where patience comes into the equation of life, right? Because when I am impatient, I'm not impatient because probably Faye or Christine or my kids didn't do what I expected. I am impatient because I am not willing to let the control about the expectation I have for the outcome. Yes. And this is because yesterday and today we have the influence of Chiron, and Chiron it's all about deep all wounds. So I read that someone says it was angry, moody, anxious, sad, lonely, all of those things. It is whatever we feel, it is what we are feeling. My English crack. Whatever we're feeling, it is what we are healing. And it's okay. If you feel moody, like yesterday, I don't think I was sad or anything. I was just like not at ease. Does that make sense? And then I kept moving things. And then I said, this is not like my best synergy, like the way I like to be, because my intuition is very badass. I always know what to do, where to go when people is lying to me, the true intentions within others, and that's, I like it, I love it. But when I'm not in that synchronicity where I know things so I can flow better, is when I know I need to stop and relax. So yesterday I chill, I watch movies with my kids, and this is how me and my life, I find that way so I can nourish myself and bring calm and ease so I can understand where I am and where I am going. Those feelings sometimes are not created by us in this life. They could be for the collective, they could be for past lives, for family, for whatever. But if I'm feeling that feeling, or angry or drained or something, it applies to me as well. Because when the energy is an entity from the shadow, dark energy is smart and is going to scan you like and is going to identify at some point in your life, and this life or in any other, that you have ever felt angry, and this one is going to get attached to you. This is not something that we have to feel scared or anything. If you notice that you are not in your highest good, take a pause, do a clear meditation, relax, yoga, sage, crystals, whatever that works out for you. Thank you so much. And get your feedback from the energy. I have healthy boundaries with guys. No one has to come and tell me who you are, where you are from, what do you want from me, and how I get rid of you if I don't like you. But if I feel angry or sad or impatient, even though it's from the collective, I have the responsibility to address it within myself. This is what I feel, because everything is a reflection of a reflection of a reflection. This is not to feel ashamed or guilty or broken or needed to be fixed, because we are perfect the way we are. Our imperfections made us perfect because it's what we are learning how to do in a different way. And it is the opportunity to discover where I can find a new way to be me, and being patient with whatever we don't understand or we don't want. I know right now people is very conspiracy moody. We have to do this, we have to, and it's fine. Probably it's their way to find a new alchemy for the self and for everyone else. If you don't, I am not that conspiracy person. I don't resonate with that. I was, have to be honest. I was when I was living in Venezuela in the 1999. I was against the government. I plot. I was protesting. I did all that, but in my life, it didn't work. So after that experience, that I was a very active anti-government for 3 years and a half, that I love it. It was dangerous, it was scary. I was learning to stand tall into what I did believe, but I didn't change anything, and I was risking my own life. And at some point in my life, I said, you know what? I don't think this is the correct approach, because I am fighting fire with fire. Does that make sense? So I stopped, and now I have a different approach. But any approach, any tendency that you have, whether you feel fighting, conspiracy, love and light, blind positivity, or whatever, is your way to find that encoded frequency you have within. I hope that makes sense. Patience comes from what I have been learning from myself. It's not because of Christine or Faye or my kids. It is because I am being patient to me. I am being kind to me. I am being honoring my own process with what I know and what I don't know. So if I don't know something and I get upset because, let's say, Christine said or did something, I didn't like it and I get upset with her, it's not because of her. It's because I am being triggered for something that I am healing. Does that make sense? So patience, what I am learning and understanding and practicing, it is that, first of all, I am the one who deserves patience because I get drained where I am impatient with whatever. Does that make sense? But at the same time, being patient represents mastering the way I care for myself, the way I treat my body, my aura, my chakra, so I don't crash them just because in 5 minutes I was in my 5 minutes of fiery, and where I can have loving awareness, kindness, that if I don't figure out in this life, whatever, I'm gonna figure out in the next one, or someone else in my family is gonna figure it out. If someone is not the way that I expected, maybe isn't meant to be that way. Maybe what I want is not what it's supposed to be. Who says that I'm right and the other person is wrong? Who said that? Me? Because of my programming? Does that make sense? At the same time, being impatient. And the second part, yes, of course, it has a little bit of arrogance where I do believe I'm right and you are wrong because I say so. And who says that I have the complete truth when in fact I believe we all have pieces of the truth and we all have unknown truth and secrecy and a lot of things, because it's the way that we can evolve and grow as a soul. So when I feel impatient after I explode, I realize that I'm being arrogant and controller a little bit and damaging myself, like auto-sabotation myself. And then in those moments I bring my higher self. I breathe and I ask my higher self, you know what? Be in charge, because I totally fail it. I don't know what I'm doing. And we all have triggers where we can easily, please have your questions. I'm waiting for Facebook to pop them up on my phone so I can give you whatever guidance that comes through from you guys. For example, I'm gonna discuss it more because we all have things that they make us explode like a bomb. For me, when I drive, I put my headphones and I put very, very loud music and I sing because no one is with me, and I'm just like dancing and singing and whatever, and I enjoy this. It's like my moment of connection with me and silliness and joyful, that suddenly someone did not put the sidelights or did something stupid and I'm gonna say like, fuck, what's going on with you or whatever, and I'm going to explode. And that happened to me in the morning, that I said, Gretel, what's going on with you? You have 42 years. We have already talked about this. I cannot give my positivity and joyful in a second because some asshole doesn't know how to drive. And then after 5 seconds of making peace with me, I'll let go. And this is an easy example, but it could be because some legal processes we are doing wasn't resolved the way I wanted in court, or because someone is stubborn, or whatever. Normally, our family is a person who has the charming characteristic or quality to push our buttons, right? And in Buddhism, that is called Shenpa. I don't know if that is a correct pronunciation, but a shempa, it is a hook that instantly out of the blue anchor me into darkness because it's something that I haven't addressed. It could be for a childhood trauma, it could be for another life, whatever. And this is what Sharon is normally like the doctor, especially, and all of those hooks that we all have. If we didn't have them, we wouldn't be here. We will be angels, like, oh, voila. But if we are here, it is because we are learning something and we don't have to be perfect. We don't. That's the great news. Because in our imperfections, it is the way we can improve, we can discover new things from us that were hidden, and this is the jewels that we have in our own shadow. Yes? I hope that makes sense. Like, for example, for me, COVID was great news because I quit the job I had. I discovered that I didn't need a stable job with insurance, that I really didn't enjoy it, that I could do whatever I wanted in a job, that I could be my own boss and be successful. And for that, when I go back, I feel proud of myself, like, right on, you kick it, right? So when COVID came, probably was bad news for everyone, but for me, it was just like, just what I needed. A pushing in the envelope so I will discover I could be better. I could be in a better situation. And of course, there are things of COVID that I didn't like the mask and stuff like that. But in the overall, in the bigger picture, it works out for me because I stay home with my kids. They are not alone anymore. And I can manage my own schedule. I meet a lot of people from every country that I love. I feel so special meeting you guys like from Netherlands and UK and Australia and Africa and me in Mexico, and it's just like connections all over the world. So sometimes bad things that happen to trigger a hook within your shempa, within your shadow, come as a catalyst for you to discover a jewel hidden within yourself. And this is what it is, the encoded frequency of all of us. The things that we can do that we didn't know we had. But when we recognize the things that we are doing better than before, it's just like, just feels so good. I hope that makes sense. So today, at some point in the live, I'm going to do a little bit of light language with whoever you guys want. So we clear hooks because this is the energy for today. Sharon, it's a healer for hooks. We don't want to even remember. It's just like, oh my God, that's so painful. I'm not even going there with my therapist. I just erase that from my past. But what happens is those hooks come out of the blue because the more light we see it, the light needs to make room and pushes darkness to rise, which is a good thing because we are releasing those things, those heavy emotions that they are not pleasant. They serve a purpose, but it's not something that they say, oh my God, I felt so good because I'm angry, I'm drained. Yeah, no, it isn't. Of course, we don't enjoy, but it's part of the experience here on Earth. Let me see if I already have questions. I think I already have. Hi, 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 hi. Thank you so much, Christine. Mike, thank you for being here. Angry. Mike says it angry. Look, being angry or upset is a great fuel for change if we channel it in the correct way. We cannot be angry for 20 years because it will be wasting our life. But if we get angry a minute or 5 minutes, it's okay because we needed to release that fire from within. But then when we are in the fire, we can channel it for manifestation, for example, or to set boundaries. But at the end, when a shadow aspect, a hook or something from the shadow comes out of the blue to be healed, we heal that when we are honest and recognize, like, for example, okay, yes, I get impatient when I drive, so be it, but every day I am figuring out the way out so I don't get drained. Does that make sense? It's like when you do, oh, I forgot how does it say, when you do tapping, that you say, for example, I don't know, yes, I smoke cigarettes and I enjoy it, and I know it's not the best thing for my body, but every day, I feel more comfortable that one day I'm not going to need to smoke cigarettes anymore. Does that make sense? It's like being honest with where you are, but at the same time acknowledging whatever positive that bring into your own present, into your own experience. Thank you so much, John. Bless you. Let me see if I have any questions. Face is having so tired I can't sleep at night. The energy is high. EFT. Yes, Christine, that's amazing. The energy is high. Faye, find something. Obviously, what you have been doing, it isn't working for you. So be creative and innovate a new solution that is going to help you to sleep. But you can do tapping. You can say to yourself, you can do it into your forehead, for example. Today, my bed is going to be so comfortable that I'm going to so enjoy sleep like a baby. Whatever mantra or affirmation, you can repeat it or put it in your refrigerator or whatever, so you reprogram yourself. Instead of saying, I can't sleep, I can't sleep, I can't sleep, you can say it. When you listen to yourself saying, I can't sleep, you can say it, I can't sleep, but I'm so confident that today I'm going to sleep like a damn baby. I hope that makes sense. At least this is what I'm trying to do with myself. Morning, Mike. Thank you. Morning, Andre. Morning. Thank you so much. Let me see if I have questions. Okay, Andre. I don't know how you pronounce your name, your last name. Comtois, probably. Being vibrating in 5 dimension, I see so many humans still on 3 dimension or observing or feeling 4 dimension energy and changes. Yes, that's great that you're able to observe that, because when you are out of your synergy or your harmony, you can learn how to shift. And I do that when I feel I'm not in my highest good. It is exactly what I'm being impatient or fiery, that I get upset like for 5 minutes. It's not something that I do very often because I meditate a lot and every day I get better and better and better and better. But whenever it comes out of the blue, I recognize it's not the best version of me, and then I switch. But the switch for me, I have learned that is through patience, through compassion, to being kind, and to being loving with myself and therefore with all others. That's an excellent. Sarah Naito says, Sona's here in your life. A message from you guys. Yes. Look, for you, I'm seeing the Archangel Samuel, that is the Archangel of Love, and it has a beautiful pink aura and the wings. And I think it is a message that don't forget to fill your cup every day with unconditional love. And that love is going to serve for yourself, but also for all others. I hope that helps, Sarah. Thank you so much for your support. Alexander says that it is incredible as well. So many unconscious actions were done by citizens around me and on the store. Yes. And we do those things too. We're not immune because those programs, I do believe, we acquire them when we're in the womb of our mom, and they are intertwined and hidden within our own physicality. That's why someone asked, what does it hurt when you have activations? It's hurt because your physicality has to change in order to release. It looks like pebbles of darkness we have. This is something that I actually see in the aura sometimes. My aura or the auras of all others. If I got upset because it was a long line in the cashier and it was my turn, some asshole stole my place, and I said, fuck, it was my spot. And then I got angry and hooked by that stupid thing. In that moment I see darkness into me, and then I see darkness into the other, because I feel hate or rejection or something. So we can be vampires too if we're not aware about where we are, but also where the other it is. If you have a vampire interact with someone is trying to download darkness into you, normally those things are not on purpose. That people do because they don't know what to do with the darkness and they are trying to exchange it for light because it's how the energy works. The energy is so smart, is going to do whatever to be at balance. And sometimes light workers have extra light, and that is like a delightful for darkness. But normally those things happen unconscious. But if you notice something is trying to hook their darkness into you, what I do, normally I freak out. I panic a little bit and then I breathe and then I bring light for myself but also for all others. I try not to judge, not to level it like, oh, toxic person. But sometimes it's hard to be that love and light. I have to be honest, but I am still learning. Because if I get upset from my daughter because she did something I didn't want her to do, I can hook myself into victim saying, I am your mom and I'm working all the time and you are not doing this to me. Why? And at that moment, I'm going to be feeding her energy. I hope that makes sense. So let's be aware and responsible about the energy I bring into the world, but most importantly, into myself. Because sometimes when we feed from others, it's because we're lacking of love. And the antidote of that, it is self-love. I hope that makes sense. Hello, Natalie. Thank you for being here. Appreciate your support. Susan, magical day. Alexander, it's incredible how much things don't get away I want to happen in 3D compared to 5D. And my time for recharge don't fit while stores and lower energies bombarding me, but many things are happening intensively or low and bad actions in my surroundings. Yes, that happens to light workers in general, and I think, thank you so much, I appreciate those stars. I think it is our service. I think it is a service that I do to my world and to my family. And I do that service when I am able to align with joyful living, with balance, when I am so filled with love and light that it is 5D, that I have compassion for whoever is not able to be in the same frequency of me and I can share my light with them without judgment. Sometimes I do this correctly, sometimes I don't, but it doesn't matter because every day we get better and better and better. And this is the goal. Let me see if I can get more questions. Thank you, beautiful. Appreciate the support. Plexus is blocked. First of all, when you have blocked plexus, you can dress in yellow like me, and that will work out. You can eat yellow food like mango, pineapple, bananas, yellow bell peppers, things like that that is going to help you. But at the same time, you can start with a simple affirmation, Faye, like for example, I am enough. I am complete. I am beautiful. I am a badass. I always know what to do. Talk to you in a positive way. And if you catch up yourself not doing this correctly, like, gosh, I'm so stupid, you can say, I'm so stupid, but not anymore, or I'm finding my way, or whatever. Cancel that negativity and shift it into something positive. Negativity help us like a quick fix to readjust, but we have to readjust our course. It's not something that I do believe we have to live in, but it depends on whatever we choose. Hazel asks, do you know how to take away earthbound spirit? Many years trying to listen. Yes, I think it is what I'm getting from your guys, Hazel, and I had that. It is because you have lives as a medium and other timelines, and because when you are a medium, you kind of have like an advertisement sign that said medium available for business. And inbound beings or spirit or ghosts or whatever want something from you. You can either interact with them and ask what do they want so you don't have resistance or fear, or you can use simple techniques that are going to help you not to get stressed or anything because of them. Like, for example, you can do a greet, you can play sound and clear them. You can put a candle and say, this is gonna be the candle for whoever spirit goes needs to get into a light. I'm gonna put it into a bubble and I don't want to be bothered. So I'm gonna ask my guys, I want to sleep. If ghosts or anyone needs to go to the light, then it's the candle, but I don't want to be bothered because I need my sleep. Set your boundaries. Even with the spirit world, we need to set our boundaries because we are in charge. That's high management energy. Something that we're going to see in the next mentorship. I hope that works out for you. But I think in your case, Hessel, it has to be with honoring your power, knowing that they are nothing, they are soulless, and you are the God. So because you are the God and you have the power, they can do whatever you want to do. Does that make sense? It's like you are on top of the mountain and they are down the mountain trying to have something from you. But at the same time, it's a service to help ghosts and spirits and shadows or whatever to go to the light. Okay, Elena, thank you for being here. She's asking how I can help myself of being more confident. For me, oh my God, you could do hypnosis meditations, you could do affirmations, but whatever works out for you. But for me, it is about being present of the mindset that I have. And for that, I have to listen to myself because sometimes I still say to myself, "Oh my God, you messed it up," and I noticed, and then I said, "No, I don't." Right? I'm perfect by being imperfect. So I don't have to be perfect, but I have to be aware so I choose where I want to be. And sometimes this is the goal of all, having the capacity to choose. Like, for example, right now, because of vaccines, we have the capacity to choose if you're going to get vaccinated or not. And it is your sovereign right to choose. And whatever we decide, it doesn't matter. It matters what we do with it, I think. So it's not about getting vaccinated or not. It's about how you embrace it, how you own it, and how you find coherence with what you really believe it should be happening. I hope that makes sense. Okay, Daria, what is the best way to meditate to reach the void? Hard time in quiet stress. That can happen to all of us. And actually, it's an excellent question. For me, I practice this simple technique. My mind is busy. I'm a Virgo. I analyze. I'm thinking. I'm always trying to figure it out. So I focus on simple things that I have no resistance, like my breathing, or I imagine light, or I focus on the sounds, on the smells. So whatever that helps you to anchor into your center, that will help you out. But for me, it is breathing. I breathe into my belly, and then I notice how my belly go up and down and up and down. And then I'm gonna start thinking, oh, tomorrow I have to do this and this, and then I go back into my breathing, and then I go back into my breathing, and then I go back into my breathing. When you focus on your breathing and you becoming very committed, at some point you're gonna do it naturally in a very expansive way, almost as if you stop breathing. And in that happen, it is when we can astral travel, we can channel your guides because you are in the state of connection, but it begins with yourself. One of the mistakes in spirituality, I think, because I'm still learning, it is we meditate with ourselves aside. And this is when I ask, for example, let's say that I have an entity and then I say, Arcana Michael, please help me. Help me to get rid of the entity. But I put myself aside thinking Archangel Michael is more powerful than me because I am powerless to deal with the entity. Does that make sense? So put yourself in your center. Remember, we don't have to be perfect. Being imperfect, it is the way I was created. And I think creator of all that it is knows what to do. So trusting that comes with having honesty, allowing ourselves to be vulnerable. Hardest thing is being honest with you because it's what, no, I don't. No, I don't do that. Yes, you do. No, I don't. But if whenever you notice you're not doing things the way you prefer the most, kindness, patience, compassion. Because one day you will figure it out. In this life or in any other. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't matter. Like for example, for me, I am going to change timeline in December. I don't know exactly what's gonna be, that I am meeting souls in the astral, having dreams daily with higher self, having different agreements. So I am allowing myself to discover what I really want. But I noticed that because I normally ask my higher self, okay, you be in charge. But then higher self said, no, you are in charge. And I was like, fuck yes, I'm in charge. So I have free will to do whatever I want to, and whatever I want to is going to be manifested on whatever way it's meant for all of us, because you guys are my family, like my kids, like my partner, like all the things I have. But I am allowing myself to choose with patience whatever that is going to unfold, trying to observe, trying to step back a little, trying to discern, trying to get in touch with what I want and what I don't want. But that's an excellent question. How I love EFT. I love it. I did a course long time ago. It's not like my expertise, but I love it because it's a way to reprogram yourself. I did a certification on LMP, I think it is called in English, 3 years ago, I think, 4 years ago. And we learned EFT, we learned to hypnotize, we learned to identify our programs and to download it. If you guys would like to be coach or do sessions or whatever, EFT is a great tool to identify what you need to do. Like NLP, yes. We actually learned how to discover when someone is lying to you, like the way they move their eyes, their body language, a lot of things that complement with what you already have as an empathic being. Yes. Let me see if I have. Thank you, Faye. And there are a lot of techniques that you guys can do to reprogram yourself. You could do theta healing. I love theta healing. When I have a blind spot, I have a friend and she does theta healing, and it's amazing. I can feel the programs being downloaded and installed within our session. I do this for myself and I do this in the sessions, but sometimes you need someone else to objectively identify the area of opportunity we all have. Larissa, thank you for being here. Hello, dear. I'm such a big confusing. Is there anything that you can channel for me? Yes. I have your guys. Okay. First of all, confusion it is because you are like in a crossroad. I'm seeing that are 3 roads in front of you, and then the confusion comes because you haven't figured out what you would like the most. So the field looks like foggy or cloudy, like steam. You are not having clarity, which is okay. But clarity is going to come when you step back a little bit, like me yesterday. and allow yourself to get empty. I'm getting that you guys said that you shouldn't declutter. You can do with your home, but you also could do taking an inventory about the things you would like to release. Do a cleansing meditation later, but also sit with yourself and notice the things that you don't want and the things that you would like to manifest for 2022. And when you are at ease, you are going to see very clear where you should go. And what I'm seeing, I have angels. I have the Archangel Haniel today. What I'm seeing, it is the Archangel Haniel. It's carrying you like into the heavens. So you are being guided. You are being supported. It's just somehow you are not in your center. So you haven't been figuring out the way to get in touch with that intuition. That is the voice of your own spirit. So you discern where to go. But you don't have to know what you are going, because every time, everywhere, every day, we always choose the better. Even though it doesn't seem the better, it is like the step where we can jump into the better, and the better, and the better, and the better. We never go back, never. Even when it appears we go back, it's just the illusion that allows us to observe where we are, where we have been, and what we want to become. Okay, Fairy says, I'm writing to you to replace some mom and person that attended school with HDD. I don't have HDD. Okay, I cannot read your comment completely, Faye. But I have dyslexia. My son has HDD. I have a niece that has autism. I do believe that HDD or autism or any mental illness like schizophrenia or something, it is a way where we can channel different realities that sometimes it appears right here as if we are sick when we are not. With my son, I took him to therapy for almost 2 years because he was hyper. He wasn't medicated, but we learned that when we engage with games that will ensure concentration, like Lego, he was going to be able to train himself to be focused. So I think there are ways to work with everything. For me, I see things backward. That's why I always... Okay, I'm gonna try to read it. I'm gonna try to look for it, but thank you so much, Lily, for reply. That's why sometimes I have misspelling and things, because my brain read things the right way, but you guys see them wrong, apparently wrong. But it doesn't mean that I'm imperfect or that I need to be fixed, because I was asked that in a session like 5 years ago. I was in a session, and then the channel says, you want me to fix your dyslexia? And I said no, because if I have it, it's for a reason. So I'm gonna embrace it and go for the rest of my life. And I have learned to work with it. I have to work, and I think in the positive side, it helped me to be creative, because I can see art in everything. So every defect or flaw or imperfection, it appears to be, even if it's an addiction like alcohol, it's giving us an extra tool, probably not visible in us, but probably visible for the others. Because, for example, my father, he was an alcoholic, and we are six, and none of us drink. None of us. Because we saw the damage in my father. Does that make sense? So sometimes a bad example, it is for the highest good, because allow others to see that I don't think I like to go in that road. So no, thank you. And sometimes that is their service. I hope that makes sense. But thank you so much for replying, Dini. I appreciate. Let me try to refresh. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, Natalie. Pay attention, dialect, higher self, change of feel. You love the hard. I forgot a lot of stuff. People that know me knows that I forgot everything. I even forgot the birthday of my daughter and everything. So they are always reminding me, like, "Hey, Gretel, do you know that today it's Christmas, right? That we're gonna have dinner." And I said, "Oh yes, of course." But it is because I am channeling all the things for the way I do. So for me, I create patterns so I don't forget things like keys, whatever I put the passport, the visa, things like that. I try to create patterns so I remember where things are. And that helps me. Okay, Anna. Thank you for being here, Anna. I have fear around accepting new love into my life. I have been trouble releasing this fear. I give my guides and higher self permission to connect with you on behalf of the highest good and assist me with this. Look, Anna, sometimes it's something that happens to all of us, and actually, it's a very, very good statement. Sometimes we are starved for what happened before, and we want to bring that into the present moment, but what happened before, it's gone. And sometimes new is way better than what we think it serves us the most. That's why sometimes we don't manifest things we want to, because our mind is not capable to discern what is the highest good for all. But our higher mind, it does, because it has the capacity to see the bigger picture. Be patient with yourself. You could do same affirmations, you can use codes, you can use meditation, but whenever you feel triggered trying to hold on accepting new things into your life, remember, is it the way that I enjoy being? And if that it is, go ahead. But if you would like to change, then try to do baby steps. I hope that helps. Let me see. Let me know, guys, when you are ready for the meditation at the end, and then we're gonna try to heal. Breathing can be the antidote for many things. Tanya asks, Donna Aiden has an energy drink for dyslexia. That I think I have learned to figure out and embrace my dyslexia. And I kind of love it because it makes me different. And sometimes it's best not to remember things. Like, for example, yeah, that happened to me, I don't remember. Sometimes it's the best because you are in the present moment. Okay, you guys are interacting. That's great, John. Anything to channel for me? Of course, let me ask. Okay, John. I think you need an aura clearing. Your energy, it's a little bit like all over the place and like foggy, like not stable. I don't know if there is any fights or disagreements around you, but it will serve you for the highest good. If I'm correct in whatever I'm seeing, it is that I think you have to work with your sacral chakra and your root chakra to feel safe in whatever it is, but at the same time rejoice in your life and your heart, and your guides are with you, you are protected, you are being guided, you are loved beyond your own imagination. So at the end, whenever we do the light language, if you want to set the intention, and I can work with that. Okay, anything from me? Yes, let me see what comes from you. The first thing that I'm seeing when I close my eyes, I see like a happy face. So your guys are smiling. They're saying that you are shifting into higher reality, and this is a period for you to adjust into new things that are coming into your life. I think next year. So they're smiling, so it's a good thing, and they're happy for you, and it's like surprising, like unexpected things. So I hope that is true and you can manifest all the dreams of your heart. That's good, that's good, that's good. Let me see. Let me refresh these and drink a little bit of water. Are you guys ready for the meditation? Water is so good. When you are empath, things that are good for you, it's just like pleasure, like that things are good for you, like water, or sometimes people that you love, or things that make you happy. It's just like heaven, like so when I have those things, it's like, yes, I'm gonna do healing for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate peace, love, and light, and gratitude for you too. Guys, about a new diet started, please. Natalie, I think is yes. For me, guys say that I need 2 detox diet per year at least. I am having probiotics, I am having vitamin C, I am having MSM, I am doing apple cider too. And then sometimes I feel the need to eat more. Sometimes I'm not hungry at all. So it's going to depend on what you need for you. We're all different. Thank you. Thank you so much. I was having a client that had anxiety attack, and I was trying to calm her through a message, and she was all over the place because her energy is very high, and she decided to go and eat a burger with meat. And after the burger, she was calm because the meat ground her. So she was saying, "Oh my God, I felt so good." So her body was all over the place because her energy was so high. She wasn't matching her reality, and then the aura was crashing like gears, like kind of like a monster drag. So even though meat is not something that sometimes we enjoy when we are spiritual people, sometimes playing with the energies will match balance. I hope that makes sense. Thank you so much. Yes. Okay. I'm seeing like a sun for you, Sorga. And what you guys are saying, it's time for you to embrace your own power and let your own power connect to your heart and guide you into the road. I hope that makes sense. Simon, thank you for being here. Hello. Is there anything around me, please? That is almost it. And oh my God. I don't know if you have a partner or not, if you are in love or not, Simon, but I see like angels of love all around you, and they're like shooting like arrows of hearts. So if you are in a relationship, it is a positive sign that things are going to go better than before. But if you are not, it may be the sign that you are gonna meet someone that is going to be the anchor for a higher love. Oh my God, that's a great message. I never had that in a life. Okay, Mireya, para mí, por favor. Okay, Mireya, I'm gonna say this in Spanish because she wrote it in Spanish. And after that, I'm going to go with you, Stephanie. Peace is... Ok, Mireya, en español. Lo que tus guías dicen es que tu paz interior es lo que va a ser tu ancla para vibrar en la quinta dimensión. Siempre que estés en paz, eso quiere decir que estás conectada con la quinta dimensión. Espero que eso sepa. Thank you. I hope that resonated with you, Simon. What the guy said for Mireya, it is peace is the anchor for her to 5th dimension. Hope that resonated. And if you are not in love and you meet someone, let me know. I would love to know that I was successful in my guidance. And Stephanie, oh, Kingy, I think you are healing a lot because your aura looks purple and green. So you are healing your divine feminine and you are healing your heart. Let me see what is the message. Your spirit guides are with you. They send love and blessings. They cheer you up. They support you. Oh, it feels so good. And they are just streaming love into you, Stephanie. I hope that makes sense. Muchas gracias. De nada. I feel that. When we send love and then we receive love as an empath, it's just like, oh, so good. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Let me see who else has another message. Thank you for sharing your healing energy. I have a lot. I have to share because I have a lot. Otherwise, I don't know what to do with it. Hope you enjoy that, Stephanie. I think we can have a couple more questions and then we're gonna go into the meditation. If you guys need healing and you don't want to have a session with me or with anyone else for whatever reasons, please tune into the Healing Circle 5 a.m., 5 p.m. Pacific time every day on the page. Yes, because I have included Reiki for whoever requested, for whoever wanted. It's not that you're going to receive if you don't want it or you don't need it. But if you need it, that is Reiki available for you, not for me, for higher self, for all of our higher self. Okay, so if you need healing, you cannot be present at that time. You can go back in the page and then listen back into whatever meditation you feel drawn to. And then set your intentions within your heart or within a comment that you request that healing for yourself and you will get it. The mentorship program really is going to start on December. We are going to begin December 21 because we are going to change timeline. The first thing is going to be 5-dimension manifestation, because we want to manifest a better 2022 than 2021 and 2020. There is a lot of things going on in the world, in the collective, yes. But there are people making a lot of money. There are people meeting the dream of their life. There are people doing good. So if there are people doing good, all of us can do good too. But that requires to adjust into what Gaia is asking us to do in order for us to align into the synchronicity. For that first month is going to be about timelines, anchors, and how we can manifest according to what I understand for 5 dimensions. That is all about being in the synchronicity of the energy. When you don't ask to manifest certain things, but you ask to manifest now what you are ready to receive. Does that make sense? So I'm going to share what I do for myself, what I'm learning, and then I'm going to post, I think, next week, the themes for the month. Each month is going to have 2, 3, or 4 videos, depending, classes explaining the theme of the month for you to listen to them whenever you want to. I'm going to send the material the first week of each month, and you have the first week to pay the course every month. Is going to cost $59.99, and then the 2 last weeks of the month we're going to have one-on-one 1 hour in Zoom, wherever I can download or channel or whatever we need to do for that theme. You can ask your questions, and this is going to be a program if you want to be a way shower, a light worker, whether you want to do it for yourself, for your family, for your kids, or to work the way that I do. I have the idea to review the ones that have been with me in other courses. Light codes, how to channel, how to do Akashic records is so important to know how to source your own energy is so important, I think. So whatever techniques we can learn to source your own information, and then you guys will figure out what works out for you, and it's going to be about healing ourselves but also learning how we can heal others. It's going to end December 22, and there were guys that want to have a diploma requested to me, and I'm going to give you a diploma for the first class as a light language practitioner, I think. So you guys can work if you want to, and then next year we will see. But instead of doing many little courses online, I felt like this time I needed to have a more personalized approach, and doing it monthly, it's more easy also for you guys to purchase. I know that some people it's having trouble with the economy, whatever thing. So it's a way for all to learn, connect, and grow. If you feel drawn to what I do, what I am, stay tuned, and then I will post that. And this time I'm going to give, I have 3 persons that are my angels that assist me with traductions and things like that. So I'm going to open the possibility to the 3 scholarships that are going to be free for whoever cannot afford and we like to learn, we like to develop, because sometimes people, if you can afford, or if you don't feel like being committed for a year, don't ask for it. But I'm gonna post. It's something that cannot afford, that is going to be for the highest good, so I can give those 3 scholarships for free. So now we have 6. And then I'm going to open in the Facebook Encoded Frequency group. It's growing. We are like 800 or 900 people. I don't remember. So I'm going to look for moderators that can assist me, like 2 persons. And for those persons, I'm going to add the course for free too. But the ones that would like to purchase it, so you guys support me so I can give the others for free, you guys are welcome. It's not an expensive thing, I think, and we're going to learn a little bit of everything. We're going to learn about manifestation, about healing techniques, about codes, about channeling, about Akashic records, about shadow work, light work, guides, what are they, dimensions, different things. So I'm gonna post it, I think, next Monday or Tuesday, and then whoever is around to be with me, we're gonna start on December. Why in December? Because in December we change timeline. So if you would like to be a way shower, if you would like to do, then you guys could sign up with myself or with whoever you feel drawn to. For me, it was important to have mentors when I started, because it gave me the capacity to develop my light. The mentors that I have 3 mentors. When I began at the beginning, I was with the Angel Solution of Melanie Beckler for 3 years, I think. And I began with the angels, and all my gifts, they were activated through just listening meditations every month. We didn't have sessions or anything. And then I did course with Solara Ra. I did like 4 courses of her, like channeling, galactic healing, healing chambers, and the other, I think it was higher self. I did 4th course with Solara Ra. I did the certification for NLP, where I learned magnets, I learned EFT, I learned hypnotherapy, and then I did another certification this month for guided meditation practitioner, I think it's called. And then I also enrolled with a course of Sandra Walter at the beginning. I purchased her Ascension, I don't remember, the first one that she had. And then I did the DNA. They were very expensive, but they were worth it. For me, knowledge is good. Give me the opportunity to anchor my light. It gives me directions. Sometimes we can learn by themselves. There is a lot of free information in YouTube if you don't want to pay. If you can pay, There are a lot of things you guys could do on YouTube and Facebook, like the way I'm doing and many other people for free. Take advantage. It doesn't matter if you pay or not, but being committed into what you want is going to give you a key for success, I feel. At least this is my way. I think we can do the meditation now. Last question. I really had a beautiful gift like yours. We'll open up. Faye, you have it? I was born this way, weird, and I shoot down all my gifts. Consistency is key, yes. Because it's not that we have to learn, we have it, Faye. We'll have it. We're all psychics, but we need to develop. Like, if I want to get fit, but I don't go to the gym and all I do is eat sugar, I'm not gonna lose weight until I wake up every day in the morning and do my exercise. The same thing happens with intuition, with channeling, with things. You have to practice. And practice it is because feeling insecure is the first block of anything we want to do. But when we feel confident, you can do whatever you want to. And that is a proof. Something that I admire from my ex, he was so confident and secure that nothing would feel a limitation for him. And the result it is he always has been wealthy, and he always is very given with money, with everything, because in his mindset he will always have. So he's not like, oh my god, that's too expensive, I don't want to pay that, it's not fair. He pay whatever he needs that he wants it because it makes me happy, and that's it. And he was the same with me. He was always like, have it, have it, have it, and I love that. But at the same time, we always had, and we had a good life, lots of vacation, lots of luxury restaurant things, because his mindset is abundant. And it was something that I always admired. I said, oh my god, I want to have that security, right? Even when things went wrong in a business, he said, don't worry, babe, we're gonna do another business and that's gonna work out. And sometimes we need that trust in us and in the system. Yes, my hobby distracted me, says Fair, with everything, says meditation, still a thing to do. Well, it's his way to see it, it is fine. Maybe meditation doesn't work for him, and that's fine. But if it works for you, do it. But meditation, I do think it is being present in life. You can be present doing dishes, you can be present driving. You don't have to put a recording on YouTube and then escape into the galaxy. You can be present where you are, probably doing garden or any activities you do during the day, listening with consciousness to your family, to your husband. And that it is the best way for you to prove that meditation works, because you are in your sacred body, in your sacred light, doing what you are supposed to do. And that is the best meditation we can do. It's like an intimate communion with yourself, but also to the world that sees you, that connects with you. Let's do a few minutes of a meditation. If you want to, set your intention for whatever you would like to receive, even if you would like to receive guidance. I'm going to give you a minute to put yourself comfortable. Put your headphones if you can, comfy, bring a blanket, a pillow, whatever, oil, crystal, and then bring your higher self, and then whatever that you need right now, let's channel it and anchor it in the physical. Just 10 minutes, 12 minutes, and then we're gonna be good to go, okay? And today, because I had angels, let's do angels, because it's a lot of things going on, and angels are soft, are gentle, and they bring just what we need, okay? So I'm gonna start with a sound. Thank you so much, John. I appreciate it. God bless you. And then we're gonna go with the flow, okay? I'm gonna do a sound. So now, with a sound in your mind, let's do meditation practice that is called compassion for your body. So I invite all of you to close your eyes. So you may want to sit, relax, allow yourself to feel comfortable when I close my eyes too. Breathe. You may even want to feel your body the way that is meant to be. While you get yourself situated, allow yourself to just be right there with you, present. Feel in your heart. Imagine you can hear your heartbeat. Imagine you have angels speaking to you in whatever language you like. Niki ashka katara koriakia seki eshka. This is the Archangel Samuel, the angel of love. It's legions of angels for romance, for healing, Cupid for self-love. And as we are present, you can sense, you can see with your eyes closed, you can feel the light taking you deeper and deeper and deeper. Kia te kiara korone esa karatiri eke eshka. Ki mai ki eshka te kuro kuritiri kiara seriaka ashka. You may even hear the music that the angels have, like a orchestra of bells and like piano. And it sounds like heaven. You can imagine that you can hear the music for the angels. And bring more light and healing. Breathe out and just hold it and just exhale like and smile with your soul. And welcome Mother Mary. And she looked beautiful with a white dress. She has a beautiful pink rose in her hands. And her veil is blue, and she has like a crown of stars. And her eyes are so beautiful. You maybe feel like letting her hug you. And she asks, "Can you lean on to me, my dear shadow of the light?" You're gonna feel just like your mother hugged you when you were little. You wanted to feel that love connection that comes and goes back and forth between hearts. Because love can be simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. And the more love you send to Mother Mary and Archangel Samuel and the angels, the more love you receive. And this love is soft. You're gonna feel like walking in the clouds with a smile, like making you feel high. Like if you can get drunk with marshmallows and rainbows and sparks of light, Just started with the crown of your head. Notice that your crown just blinking and tingling, and the electricity is just soft, like a remedy for every sorrow and anger and sadness. If you feel anxious and lonely, confused, not knowing what to do, not being able to sleep, to find balance, just lean on into Mother Mary and the angels. You can even imagine that you just hug her and put your head on her chest. And you can hear her heartbeat. It just feel like, and then the smell like sweetness, and you can breathe her smell and imagine her smell like jasmines and lavender roses. It's just like so good, so relaxed and so good. And then you feel so supported. And then you feel like if life is not okay, it's not the way you want to, that's fine too. Maybe the sound isn't the best way, but you can tune into the sound in your heart, and that is just like, perfect, soft, like marshmallows and clouds and feathers, like petals of a flower. Just if you feel the need, you can even exhale. Take a deep breath, lean onto Mother Mary, and then exhale just like, so good. If you feel like bursting in tears, do it, whatever way that you feel. Sometimes you have hundreds of muscles in your face, and they work very hard for you. They get tense, they get stressed, expressing all the emotions. It can be quite painful. So all those muscles are relaxing now. You can just feel like she whisper her chants and pray into your ears. She's saying like, my dear child of the light, just lean on me just for 1 second. Kita kia kiara kuri mariki eshka takara koro soro koi kia nati eki eshka. Tikiara kiara taro seriaki eshka ti iki nekoro oro osoro ki eshka. And you give permission to yourself to go deeper and deeper and deeper. You feel like putting your head on her head and her chest, like you can slam on yourself, like you were a toddler, a baby, the chest of your mom, and just like, feels so good. And then you become aware of your back and your head, the sensations of love, of peace, the head. Just suddenly everything goes tender and kind and compassionate. You can smell the roses too. It's just like for me, she smelled like my grandmother, like cinnamon and cookies and hot chocolate. Maybe for you, smell like a garden. Maybe for you, smell like something that makes you smile from your heart, and you imagine you can smell that. Maybe smell like a rainbow. You can notice just relaxing your neck, your muscles, soothing deeper and deeper, comforting in any part of your body. It's just soft and gentle, like whispers of the light. And then all the emotional tension, fear and stress held on your shoulder just fade away. Kiate kiara kiriana aka ashka tekoro soro koriki eshka. Does not matter if you cannot hear or understand. If it feels good, stay there. Maybe you can create the sensation that you can hear just perfect. And it's just the sounds of the angels. Kiti kiara koromari ikiara sara kirete eka ashkati ikiana. They bring like a cup of medicine, liquid light of love that you can drink, and you can imagine that you can just you drop yourself and your back, your shoulder blast, just relax. And you allow it just to be, just for a second. Te ekiara kore odoro osoro oke eshka. The energy go hot and cold and sharp and soft. You use your awareness to bring softness into your body, into your heart, your chest, your belly. And then it's just like, so good. Tikiara kira na ashka tikiara ase koreki eshka. Niki ishki te koro maria kia seki eshka. And just notice how relaxed it is. You guys ask for consent to ground the love deeper into every aspect of you. Your hips, your belly, your legs, your knees, your feet, and you just feel like leaning on the spirit, like without any judgment, like holding tight, as just like you don't want the love to go, and you just want to hold it. And if you allow yourself, you can hug yourself, like so good, like saying to you how much you love your body, your spirit, and all the things you do good. And then you breathe. And you put your arms into your body, you hug yourself tight, like you can say it, I love you so much. I'm proud of all the things I do, and I know that I feel confident and supported and safe. And all I do leads me into the highest path. And I have patience and faith into all I do, because all I do is just right. And every day I know that gets better and better and better, and for that I feel grateful. You may feel like letting go, putting your hearts in your hands in your chest, very tight, feeling your heartbeat and the love that emanates throughout your heart, and just like saying thank you with gratitude. Saying thank you to Mother Mary, the Archangel Samuel, the guys, like, thank you so much. It was the best thing we can do today. And now grant your love and send it to all others, to the ones you love, to all of us here, to this place, to Facebook, even Facebook, that give us the opportunity to connect. And the air, and the light, and the water, and my body, and the soil, my city, and my family, and all the things that I like. The sunshine, the cascades, the flickers of light in the morning throughout my window that make me smile, the rainbows. And with that, I want you to anchor this mantra: I am love, and all I do comes from love, today and always. And every day, in every way, I teach myself to be in love with the life I have, with who I am, and with everyone else in my life. And for that, I'm grateful. So be it, and so this is. And with that, I'm going to go because I have a Hachi record session. Thank you so much for being here. If you are not in the present moment, it's time to come back with ease and grace. See you guys Wednesday and Friday at the same time. But if you need more healing, meditate with us 5:55 a.m. and p.m. Pacific time. Please leave out your comments, your feedback if you like it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you would like to be with me in the mentoring class that we're gonna start in December, stay tuned, message me, and then next year you guys are gonna be able to purchase that. But today, shed light. Bye bye.